Twe and a twe court. Now, Debia meso trans and obusa ho. Inti kapa wansesa anka kwa we can the machines da ho badwuma de. If they had won election 2024, how dare you call Chairman Wontumi say Umbra police CID office to answer questions? Me busa o. Sanka NPP we need 2024. Kotra ben na Ghana obetima ka Chairman Wontumi, please come to the police headquarters and answer questions. Idea where I charge Chairman Wontumi no. These charges were there from 2017, 2019, but nobody had the balls to call Chairman Wontumi to come to the police headquarters to come and write a statement. Obedient to me and yes, I did for 8 years. And anytime I catch up, say, it is sometimes Obusa say, hey, it's in MPP we need ya. It's in MPP we need ya. Na Jumadiana Chairman Wontumi di sense I say, it's in Kobe to my friend Chairman Wontumi. And the police cautioned Chairman Wontumi on 3 counts related to illegal mining, scheduled to report to CID on Tuesday, May 27 at 3 p.m. for further investigations. And the Chairman Wontumi called police me to turn no. Yes, sir, chance one sambra no metwaso. And can people we need ya? Who in the Ghana Police Service and the Dampare can call a yet guy with Umbra Police Service, police headquarters? Who born dog? Muntie ninsama na kind opie free a interrogation room no. Mrs. I have it. Mrs.
All right, I'm going. What's the process? What has been the reason? What's the reason for?
Yo, Madam Ase, na Mother Obia Strassi, police for invited me. I was say.
One chain. Chairman Wontumi statement no or try and that's all good tape so. I want to ask the CID boss. Answer me bono. Chairman Wontumi call and control the statement no. Okagu phone so me record here and I say or try and so say hu. Inti me person police CID no china o me release this statement. Chairman Wontumi aba true statement yate. Or record no phone so no de ba ya and I say mo bono tape so no o kasa na later na mo be try and I say or try. Because me say me hu. Me hu say kokuo bi na say oye Ashanti regional communication director di ji akware dim say box no. Me person me bu say o Chairman Wontumi and the boy guy emre and the oya batakarina cry say I can't show this. Hey, wo de wonim de emra betuma ye o. Anytime ka chen kofo bi emra so mu a Chairman Wontumi kura hwe ago na wa also to UK a woni paper. Chairman Wontumi hwe ago na wa wo police for afra wo a question wo about blackmail. Hey, Chairman Wontumi o onu kura titi de ni ma na hwe ago na wo mommy enkotie eye de yin eye twetwe ni.
Thank you, my governor. Thank you. All right, I'm going. What's the process? What has been the reason? What's the reason for?
Yo, Madam Ase, na Mother Obia Strassi, police for invited me. I was say, na charger omode brought me say na me galam say na we produce me lances a lease at the chair wo say me illegal mining na say me galam say enti me the lances no at the chair ama omo me the tosu bio omo sa kan say we are Juma, I war forest. And also the catcher of say, and Yemia, in Concoya, Juma, I war forest, Yemo. I show more evidence. I move it to me at the action. Now, it may apply lances for home. That's also Forestry Commission, and then Lands Commission, and then Mines Commission. Omo say, Omo the Honam. Forestry Commission for so among shop. into and a year custodian, almost responsible, almost share a home and call her that. This will be a Juma or Horny Abia, and Yemi Dino, and Yemi, and Dumu, and a year, Emma, Bill, two surety, and Cecilia, Yama Bill, Cecilia.
How much are they?
I didn't even understand that I can't say. Yeah, Mammy, Bill, two sureties.
How much is about EOCO board? Any will come from all market.
No. EOCO board. And no credit that some of the EOCO board for secret. Obia no so no waka for ye roader. And you're buying a monster. And your woman now do sika. And the contractor no. When I do sika be call now be a papa ye road. Ubia. Now highways for the
Chema Emre. Also koye yi o forest be mu. Chema na Emre. Say me catch them Ghana for. Embra na enso mu. On the chema ni say ni matwe say eye South Central su kunkunte. Chema Emre. On say chema ni ase nyina totom. Chema hu say de ekɔ ne modern. Chairman we hu say da bi we de enya santesem ena we de enya MPP for mro. Chairman wura de bo ho no. Ensem de busa chairman ama chairman ni watwe. Chairman who say forest na oye show mu nyina o girigu no. Forest no. Chairman tweet who say forest no ade no enough for. Intenda no wa utie eye chairman tweet ya. Who study the body language because chairman tweet onye nipa bi a oye easy sa. So TV so no kasa. O hwe na uhunu na so kasa o TV so a hwe.
Kana John. Na wo hwe maami na ma say obema ska say munye demonstration session. Hwe say o sip almost see market pa ba bia this for bia mo attack wo mo. Chairman, me say so mu de basa bia ba bia this for bia so ya attack wo mo bi.
Two wrongs that ente uhu chairman me catch say chairman Emre. No bia nim say chairman to me kasa nipa. O si bia no post kraman. But say che Emra no hu uwurom na so hwe mu a. Honorable say, and a police ni ba no offend to na tem. Into hello, how are you? Yes, we have some questions to ask you, chairman to. Mrs. CID boss we or you crazy lady. But no offend, mom. But apart from offend no, obecho media me I know what I'm talking about. The new CID boss no, ono ante say Ken Yeboah ko insane or no petition Kennedy afre no. Ken Yeboah say that for Kennedy Japan. Omukodi nkwase mo Kumasi a omukobo opimni a na oye judge Kennedy Japan ko ha na Ken Yeboah investigations na ende. Ken Yeboah ni tiwa dankwa oma ese sumi unim sumi tiwa dankwa ope police ni a wa bon wo Ghana pa tiwa dankwa wa bon chan bia brofo kro tumi nka tiwa dankwa a typical Ghana ni a oton mo o tise obi a oton mo otemo on 29 hey Fatima you 4 bags. That is how she looks. You look at her, there's nothing about her just about me we can crack. Or to what bem. Nan saying wakowo Ozempic and I can the tin in a pantine. And on nam Ghana. Tiwa do dankwa. Obetna eye CID office in kwasi asem wanye dwume bia. The same way na Ken Yeboah so baye. Ken Yeboah di krampo de Ken Yeboah no to press conference. O to guys watch Roberts on Ken Yeboah. Ken Yeboah me am Ken Yeboah. Waye de anopatutu no ato ase. Ono before we adwuma no pa no because endra de ni wom na wato afa osu owo joint bi o no age eye de age kasapreku 2 heba freak 2 na waje krama pempem ai osefa ba ku som owi os obatan na ho ansa na waje krama kaka dom de kakra som ono ondru office no infifre tiro de bia how are you okotena pe right petition asemi obeke bia right petition era de kan Yeboah no masi ade ni di krampo de time krakeke odru officer oh yes sir today we want to present us a right petition only the oh yeah you have to right petition because Kennedy didn't ban crying ono no Kumasi one no petition wa South Central nyina manasa Ken Yeboah o gina wa ayese koliko enti answer na odru office no ono wato ase wedi nka ewura ba akoto heba freak 2 na the end of pen say last no the lemon kakra som ai oje heba freak 2 na waje kasapreku 2 na waje krama pempem 2 na waje obatan na ho 2 na ode eye de madingo kakra som ansa na osefa lime kakra ka ho no onum say no we are no yes obia petition right petition oh right petition now no to me a press conference can you boa or press conference na or the etuoro was watching armed robbers oh na etuoro or the akogu the office wo no abegina bontene no a press conference no o we are no journalists say the guns are there, go and check it etuoro body good now everybody get your well down. Can they want to be a press conference? CID boss, oh. Now, watch it armed robbers, oh. Also, what G2 be 13, 18 ammunitions, the gun, and their weapons, and we are a packet to one the office, one a good form. Now, bullet to Google, no about time a press conference. Yes, so we have catch police, we are doing collaboration police and patrol force, and the armed robbers have been apprehended, and we are processing them. The petition to come. Omi has to say, so where are their weapons? So go inside, it is in there. Now, a two bomb on the other good. There was it. Armed robbers don't go here. Yeah, Jimmy, oh, and I heard Godfrey Dami trying to pick some argument with Tadori. Sorry. Now Thaddeus, sorry. Now Godfrey Dami, Thaddeus, sorry. The school or the wako. On the crampon extra law. Godfrey Dami like you Godfrey Dami. And your politics now I have always told you, say, you are supposed to represent people with disability. They need people like you, your voices. Godfrey Dami, what's your law? Kronunti, and then oh, you are going to go pick a fight with Thaddeus. Now, Thaddeus started a law. He even taught you law. You Godfrey Dami. And your politics and the Kronunti now you say, you are a media lawyer. You are the kind of lawyers who go out shopping for judges. Don't we know you people? There is an kind of lawyers. Godfrey Dami. Now, Ben, I'll be a lawyer. They be a mekache Godfrey Dami. Only Ghana, me say, today, what you need to be doing is to stop politics, dedicate yourself to help people with disability. Speak for them. Be their voice. Be the voice of the voiceless. People with disability, they need people like you. Their brothers like you. Speak for them. You have a voice. You have learned the law. Use that law to protect them. That law now, don't waste it. Because the MPP, they have already used you. You are one of the most disrespected, denigrated, filthy blackface lawyers in Ghana. Didn't you see the nonsense you did in Ghana? In any serious country, you should be in jail. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo used you like a dog. You were deliberately going after people to please the Akufo-Addo. You are the worst attorney general. Gloria Akufo-Addo attorney general. What the one ko kromoti ehye na sid ewo na sid din konkonsan na o pele di nechi o pele e na o ka che Akufo-Addo say yenyini na be hye ho. Wo be hye ho na nkwasiade political cases. Onkwa under you na a day every day be a free case or court. Jachi question opuni and ebedu atoforsin so kwasiampanyi odwise law no ensesa. I will advise you. Sorry, Mono, they have reached their limit. Thaddeus, reach limit. When you talk about Ghana, the finest lawyers, some of the finest lawyers, you cannot bypass. Sorry. But when in Ghana today, we mentioned 3 criminal lawyers. Omni credibility. Your name will not mess out. I will advise you Godfrey Dami, to take my advice by representing people with disability. Look at them, speak for them. You are one of them. And I love them. I will always speak for people with disability. We were in this country and a whole government took away toll booths. We thought we were going to bring a digitalized toll booth. People with disability are not the whole Ghana. They lost their job. You were the attorney general. You could not fight for them. Your job is to speak for the people who don't have the voice. And to say people with disability because you are in that category. We are doing our best, but it is always good when people like you who are in that category speak for those people. It makes us want to help more. With all due respect, maintain obia or disability. I have to respect them and speak for them. But it is always right. And intina oba bruchre na omo enkramai omo pe enkramai ompese donate ni adehwe enkramai no omo ye enkramai advert omo kofe nkusie omo de enkramai na omo ho ya mobo no ye advert. Because they want you to see Krameno, ni situation of womb. Now, Sebio Odo Washa situation, not what my Kramani Sika. Into Oba America, TV so ad was, oh, dogs who have been rescued, they need to be helped. They don't use elephants for that ad. They don't use rats. They use dogs who look they're deplorable, who look sick. And then a bit more related to that advertisement and contribute to that foundation. Into somebody like you, Godfrey Dame. So also we see law. Now person law near Juma. Go and help people with disability and stop the foolishness. You have left people with disability there and you are following foolish politicians. You are going to fight the Thaddeus. Now Thaddeus we are law now wing. Politics. Now here we got. Now yes me you know. 559 a woman a temu to some point hina eh nana manisi simnaso. Nana we dem refer due ni amani hunu mampon hina nana. Na I beg a keramibu. Na me say time no etemu se mampon hina bomu but nana we die fache me. Now this is a story every single Ghanaian should pay very close attention. MPP for started BB. Na de oma started to say yempe ba omia yempe kene de Japan yepe bodam ni criminal to say brand champo. Eh de tikabe MPP for mo Jimmy brutal. In Ghana today, why name say Brandy Champon is one of the most daring, corrupt criminals in Ghana? Who doesn't know? And your Quran media have gone to dig Brandy Champon from the US military. Brandy Champon, the record now position of Ghana, no, it was an illegal one. At least I can speak to that fact. And to me, I have never respected Brandy Champon as a legitimate human being. Or your crown for. Because when you look at his CV and during his interview, when he was questioned about his time in the US as a US military personnel, the kind of answers he gave, no, it does not correlate to what documents him. Brian Champon, no a gas boy, no boo patrol, or your reserve. Or because Ghana for say, or US intelligence, now our CIA, now no our US military moi, he was in the special forces. I could be also. Brian Champon no gawo US military reserve. You from every 3 weeks. No be the refresher course no boo patrol or gawo. Now you see, the MPP I keep telling you it's a party where there are a lot of weak-minded people in there. Now you see, Brian Champon ready to redeem MPP into the Brian Champon a fuel attendant to be our president. Brian Champon is a fuel attendant. On your momugina shell ne goil. Any petrol stations or Ghana and a jobu petu difference in him. Now, who in their right sense will even suggest Brian Champon to Ghanaians say, Yama Brian Champon be president? Brian Champon led thugs. He led criminals. He led murderers. He gave them weapons. He told them to go to the Ayawaso West Wagon, a commission that has the same power as a court, a high court. After their findings, they said Brian Champon needs to be reprimanded. As I cannot say, me say, Ayawaso West Wagon Assembly CNA, people were shot, people were butchered. A whole commission sat down. A commission that has the same powers as a high court. A commission sat down and did what? Did interrogation and then questioning, investigations. Brian Champon himself was called to sit in front of the commission to answer questions. At the end of the questioning and the commission's job, no, President Kufuor say, Brian Champon, jail no. That is what the commission, led by honorable judges who sat on the commission, they told the Kufuor to say, Brian Champon is a danger to our democracy. He gave weapons to criminals to shoot Ghanaians. He was behind a whole murdering spree, brutalizing, assaulting Ghanaians. Commission can say, Nane Kufuor jail akwawe. Now you say you kura nyansafo woma. And the Kufuor any MPP senke nyansafo ne di echia. Why would anybody sit in Ghana today and say a person who leads thugs, who leads criminals, who leads murderers, gives them weapons, tells them to go and attack Ghanaians? Today, as I speak, Obi 9 Echa, because Brian Champon sent criminals, thugs, gave them guns to go shoot. This same political party is saying they see nothing wrong with this guy's actions. They see nothing wrong with what Brian Champon did. Obo ojina nipe chidi to me instructing for a whole political party that is in opposition, a whole opposition say ye hu bonibia ye pese obedi Ghana so. Ah, na when people mo jimi ana. Muni munyansa. Intimo party kakakana wono, you cannot get somebody who has clean record. You cannot get somebody who at the end of the day Ghanaians will see and say where they are respecting the kakra. Brian Champon to come and lead who? This is the same fool before election 2024. Now original stage ka say onu onjai power mu. Kwasi ampenyi way. Everything about this guy is a lie. I'm coming to do a scam. Mumusa Brian Champon say tema port. Ni deal be na wo ho. Ah, move Brian Champon bra. Me here Brian Champon. Mumusa Brian Champon say tema port. Oni fremo pare. Omu deal be na ho a omu di nkofo din atoso. Move Brian Champon bra. Brian Champon. Eji Brian Champon. Brian Champon. Now we have the men, no. Now Brian Champon. Ah, Brian Champon. Time okoda a Greek ministry so. Mumusa Brian Champon say at a point in his office, no kuta $500,000 in the office. Mumusa no. Dollars. Brian Champon. Ah, na Brian Champon onim dia wo. Me se mon fanemra, ni engina wa we tu. Mo bodam. You are crazy. Mumusa Brian Champon, sika no ko tam no bank of Ghana no. Mumusa no. Brian Champon. Now you people you think because I'm in opposition 42 years and I'm just saying me agro. And anything I'm going to be picture called Upper West no. Me no family some kukumi no. More MPP leadership no. Anything I'm going to be picture called Upper West no. Me say wa kan bi a obewu. Someone it's coming back. And anything I'm some kukumi no. Anything I'm some kukumi. Sometimes I'm call energy dem. Anything I'm some kukumi no. Me say munyina you get it. This party is going to stay in opposition. Brian Champon should never come close to our elections. He should never come close to power again. Ah, yamakwa we power kiti bi e Ghana. Okotena radio so catch say, "Dia ye hu no ayawa so West Wagon no, e preparations to election 2024. He will kill more." That was what he was implying. That was what he was implying. Okotena T radio so say, "Oh, dia hu no kwa say enkwara nyoma bi. Ya body patuo, ya de kuma twetwa nipa, a member of parliament who Okotena radio so e woni krom ka say, "Oh, we dey say me hu hwe." Kwasia wo person be president. Master, some of you people, you deserve the insult because we have seen what you have done. For the lower Adena to the point to say, or Chimbia person or president. Nana the Dan Kufuor will lower BBA. And anybody in the MPP thinks they can be president because the Kufuor in the first place did not have the credentials to even lead a political party and to be the fair maybe president. Inti ama akoto say Brian Champon obia peso be Kennedy Japan mu ben Baumia krapo peso saba back. What to make Baumia think today say he still has it and that he needs to lead the MPP and become president. Then Baumia krapo upon all the things that we have seen, upon all the damage Baumia has done to Ghana, upon the Baumia dia Ghana. Nana the dan for the lower band or MPP Gansani nimbium. We don't have real men who are intelligent with any credibility in the MPP. And the Ubusa almost say, why no credibility? Why the MPP for better my body didn't because say, hey, where there, and when you ask them, it was only Alan Cash. And I'm catch Alan Cash or the second Kevin Taylor or a mixed tribe. Nema me and Fantini and Papa Santini. Kevin Taylor Papa Fantini and Mamia Unini. It all to mean the MPP. If you say MPP no, a year addition with Jimmy Tessa Napo. And I'm going to find Napo Jimmy we buy. Adaya Alan Cash a mixed tribe. On Freemanship. Into a this year, but I don't go for this year Jimmy for buy. Into the party as we see no, and Yansa for him. One guy's for need to party, one and millions of the party winning. Nankane party na almost lower standard na. Eden about Baumia, as I done no basso so lead party no. Ask yourself. Because Baumia himself, ask him what he has been able to achieve as a politician. Ask Baumia, what has Baumia able to achieve? One guy's a Mumuzano. He cannot tell you one thing. What has he done? 33 policies. So what has those policies done for Ghana? Bawumia as a politician, as an economist, what has he achieved as a politician? And then Bawumia to the Ghana say, I started this from scratch and it is yielding nothing. So Bawumia has achieved nothing in his political life. He has achieved a lifetime, lying lifetime award, and the actual lies, deceit, comedy. And the Bawumia can tell every single person, say, because of the munafiki instincts in him, no, he has achieved that. But when it comes to, we are talking about statesmen who have achieved something, their track record. What is Bawumia's track record? Kennedy Japan track record, Wayne. You tell Kennedy Japan Bejina TV, so you're bad dross. You tell Kennedy Japan, ECG, your man contract, or then a discano, sa contract in a way, sa lights in a way. You tell Kennedy Japan, a DNA Kennedy Japan, and Ghana. Condensate on the Napo, ewo, a tour. $2 million. Canada Japan not Ghana gas or tour board so or Ghana gas board so condense $2 million ayra. Yet Chroma asemana makache no. Mwanga makache say contractor na ewo MPP abamu na Canada Japan eje. You people run this country down. Anytime comes who is legitimate in the NPP to stand in front of Ghana for say ye jimi nti ye fa tumi ma wo. Na one wan ko ye dwuma. Mefa to me makere Japan on the brand champion ko edwuma. And I mefa to me Emma Bawumia no ne chema wontumi ko edwuma. Why na mefa to me man wo MPP mu? Tell me. Why na mentam to me man wo MPP mu? Because me tam to me ma Bawumia or the chema wontumi ne ko edwuma. Me tam to me makere Japan a on Samia Wukumo on sa criminals way on o man na be edwuma. Enti why na mentam to me man no? Moma me nipa foforo. Barabas no me say moma ye Yesu foforo. Now, Yesu na mo de brand de bodamuni sa mo MPP Yesu na mo pesa mo de ba no because we have not seen Yesu Christo papa bi or MPP mo nim nyansa. Enti mo fa Yesu papa ne mreye. Now what you are showing us is a mad Yesu. Where Yesu a onim nyansa. You are crap. MPP. E chiro bi na adwene wo form e na obetena Ghana etie MPP. Why? Now listen to this. Me versa can't say me. Petro Buako form, the whole Ghana we all know, and the EOCO Juma and Ma Edia dance here. We need to make this simple. Ghana for. And then you bring your story. We are uncomfortable. Please that for Muntumi. Mommy and Boani and Yanchi Ghana. Namini and Masantifoni be more hardwine. Nyamabu oha emfasuni so. And there Oba Ghana habi bia almost every region. Ubia jetu say Nyoma conform. Petro Boa conform. So I say Bibian conform at least o driver na auto petro no. Petro Boa na conform. Eye den na asantime mu nkoa. Eba say you see the whole Ghana obianti eye car fare so 15%. Aden na asantime mu nkoa. Nyoma bi oha eye simple. Mo uncomfortable say mo bete so but mo uncomfortable say mo cheating kofo. And there's who do asantime mu a eye drivers omo ho no omonti eye car fare no so no. Lorry fare no omonti so no because omo ko petrol eye the stations a sibia no moto no under Bawumia no omonto ne sa biom John Mahama aban ba me yate petrol so no omonti bo no so no omo ka che say omo very uncomfortable so omo te so na ebo na moji omo no so de mo nya comfortable say mo chiti omo because driver ni bia wonte wo bo so bia no it means say uye uwia eye passenger ni sika because aban no epese wo ho hiha wo inti na aban no ate petrol so inti sa aban ate petrol so now we are driver ni wa santimemu na so to be call petrol station na so what so na wo say ate so no wato a ade na fa kwasia so nti o fe ne so Edi nkwasi ade na ya na sometimes no me nuanom Ashanti region for ade na mo yesa aya na kasa boni ma na yemo fa na say nipa bi kasa bi kire mo na yemo de eno na ede ade eno no sebio jimi ana say ye de oman na ye nyina ya kikire yetimam ma aban aba ama aban ati petrol so oya driver ni uko petrol station a ubu petrol na sibia na otono 5 months ago no and then bo aba form adenti na utu car no na obi tinemu a won pese saa nipa no obeti ni sika no so ama no adentira uye beifo na so ejimifo enti passenger bi ni driver bi ko na owo driver bi timu sika ya waye bone ana because u cheat no and there's a passenger bi and driver bi be ko na so oku driver na ana bibisi na driver no ku passenger na e hwan fault e wo driver no ti ebo ne so efisa ya ti petrol so and then anaju KMA a release statement bi ama eye asantefo a mo asanteme mu ma making kan ne brofo na PZ4 enti de KMA for e de aba abontene en kwase sem we de odwiri wa wonti ase Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. There's a reason time yes idea we mu radio station bebre wa asanteme mu no omo motete so no omo nte brofo enti in some riba say omuntumi kinkan chirechire mu enti mo amote asanteme ma mo kasa tiam no sebio asantema aboso mekum ato atwe because adepa meyema mo no mu radio bebre omote asanteme mo di fufuo omo nsa ho kwan bebre no omuntumi kinkan chirechire mu oti pizza didi Kevin Taylor atem otwe me na me be kan chirechire mu nkire o me boa ma men kinkan na menjudwam we aya asanteme mu KMA Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly omo release statement. Ewurade Nyagopon we have a gas bi achiro asebesi o now KMA for release statement PZ for muntie na mu bi mun se Kevin Taylor de what the mwa wabo asantema no sebio ye pe obi de natoto eye asantema hero hu a mo pobi de mo from Kevin Taylor konfoanochi Kevin Taylor because the konfoanochi ye nanu abi na me yabo asantema no onti ase a ohwinim sorry ne kura sa akohyen kasa ne kura doso mame san fambra bio me say enda asantema mo pobi e de na hye konfoanochi anan mo fa me hye anan mo from Kevin konfoanochi because the juma maye ama santiman no so opo bi de no atoto mi ai konfo no chenko ana ejuma medi no ebetum de atoto maka mesisi bi otumfo do me no and me gina bantema na me no otumfo stand MP na na ba wini or the 3 vote pe bantema hene pra kwapia hene na eye mampon hene na betu etia me wa santiman mu a magistrate no so otumfo ka se onko dia obie na obetu contest mu santiman mu entimo ma me din foforo chan hene Kevin Taylor konfoanochi otosu mienu momfa mame na hia me momfa mame mutungu me so asantemai mutungu me so konfoanochi part 2 konfoanochi KT de konfoanochi entumanya na me ya mamo no mumududo bebre ka konfoanochi ka brofo chechire nyome mu ankenti ha mi bejudwam wadwa for jibi kono na kama asem now for immediate release yesi came for the krata bia ba me nuanom me nananom enomo mo amakodwom a mabre a mutie mi ma menjudwam na obiante ne ho ase Jandam is dead. Implementation of new transport fares in Kumasi came for say your friend be implementation of new transport fares in Kumasi came for krata on the abano ni tiri porno say eye lolly kaya lolly fare yesi omo de emra bia ba se lolly fare no omo kan ho asem se bi o yate lolly fare so na ensem bi esisinti omo be se omo kan lolly fare no ho nsem eno ne afra no implementation of the new transport fares in Kumasi lolly fare efa Kumasi importem ho nsensem me nkwa na metuma sa de we ntina modome no modome de bo fro gwan na wuntie ai Nicaragua fo bodwa Nana Kevin Taylor no ai pia akwa bitiri am de pia samuno mo pia na mo tiase ma me ma mo pia no story sabunim history o adekudi ntia word pia no ba ne say tete no nana otufo otufo nana baako bi na odi asanteman so eye otufo eye osetutu the first na mo kwako na no munim say sa time no na eye je nana otufo ne nana ona na elidi akono Inti de bia wote piao ene na mekere wase no. Inti nyome bu a wonima a menka. Asantefo bebre nim asante history. Inti de bia metena am say Kevin aba wo be chechirem muntie me. Inti de bia wote piao. Inti otufo kasa wote piao. Nana piao. Me be chechire piao no be be free ba ye. Inti onti asante amamra menka amamre because you think crying so you think crying. Ni nyina ne say titi na sa che yie. Ena ye nana asante hene eyo osetutu ne nana omko ako na sa ako ne mu odin na de ma asante eye otufo ne nana osetu the first +1 de ma ne di nkomo no pia no na mechechire omu no na omunim se eye entokwa ne mu no before entokwa ne besi no na nana otufo osetutu nana na wa negotiate for 2 pesos enti na omunim se sana abrofo bi penasem because ono no na nani ate na otumi ene abrofo no se abrofo no amba ho ba na otatu kwan enti satan bia ye nana osetutu nana etutu kwan no okosia abrofo okwan ba wan kan kira santeman ena otutu abrofo na no satan no na eye de sidie ehye ne ntumam ena abrofo no mu hu sidie da enti ena na so no hard na abrofo no kutatuo mienu ena pistols ena ode sidie no oje pistol no. But that time no na asante say abrofo ndi omo so da inti so the person ne ba fia ye bebu say na o say to say e ye den na onya person no because person no e abrofo nko inti na o say to oji 2 pesos no de shed ntumam inti intokwa de na nwo kontokwa na odi akona nim no e fe no okon hene e na ode tuo no mienu ode peso no ehye ne ntomam e na okan na ntomagu so satan no ya santo mu die kire konfalote mu gro e na no okomande inti ntokwa ni mu no na enkofo no pese omje se omo ambushi omo but ye na asetutu no ideas ni na say inti time amanfo no ambushi asantefo no na sa time no omo duru baby afro no kwode na omo ya nananom omo die chi konfo no chi omo gije omo akoni agufom na kai na nanko a but satan no person no we load 88 satan ya the bearings the gum we load gunpowder 88 into oya din or den sa share ntumam sei anom say asantefo ya chemo na na igino ya na o said to na first one first to first na no I steady ena ka so obi anya steady ena mse nana ade na wa din na ne nsa gu ne fuso ena ya santo ka se nana won sa gu fuso yi won sa sa ya bema into oyi ni sa no yi pia e person na pia into sa denchafo na no mutwa ho ahia no nipa 8 no se na 8 wa 16 odom nyina gu fom or the 16 gu fom 1 minute into oyi sa de no ena pia eni na ende asante yin kasa omse mo pia na say wan kasa de wo ye no eno na ende udi so no into wote pia mo pia na eye pese no mienu a pia yegyina wo be mamum biamo. This is the leader of the minority Kasongo kakawurewure afenyo makin ni message or the man MP before oh na say omo ba be yi new flag bearer John Mahama wi a new flag bearer to mo be kire omo. Oh, now onim say omo voter region kra na apathy ho nipa na mba ashanti interneti na Ghana for ye jimi ntie beto ma MPP. This has been their message and this is their message. So this kind of political party then a say our idea be or the baby boa mino and I say obe create adwuma and I say obe fight corruption and these people are not ready for power. They think some way Jimmy. They still think say Ghana 4 have not changed. They still think say yeah Jimmy. They still don't see the reality. Into when you get a minority leader Kasongo 99 Kakawurewure MP content creator afenyo makin no I gather party for so oh don't worry at all apathy and also they are going to Mahama has only 4 years now Ghana 4 in 2028 when we all decide say Mahama nkwa on twaso for ejuma wa ya obey in 2028 so Ghana 4 nyina ya tu yangu kwan street so na ka say yepe Mahama oh afenyo makin who are you opa Mahama exceed what we want him to do. We would rather want a second term of Mahama than fools like you. So instead of a political party sitting down to analyze, tell the people the truth, they are counting on apathy and the party in power changing their presidential candidates. That is the party for you. Do they have a reason? The reason is that omuni a message emanipano. The party is built on lies. The party is built on tribalism. The party is built on foolishness. Right now, the MPP as a political party, they have not changed, but they are still not ready to understand and say Ghanaians have changed. How many Ghana for now who say Ghana? So many people now. How many people voted on different issues? So many people now. So it is not about you wishing the NDC to fail. It's about the people. What they see is the government doing what the people want. If the government is doing what they want and the government is making mistakes, the people wouldn't care. And him say Kufuor oetia e de to ababa. Because na Ghana there your man pebe ma tintin grammar no fair by the president. Ye de Kufuor compare Rollins asanke because Kufuor a housemaid. But Ghana workers say, "Oh, yen hwe Kufuor no tintin so ne wi a onom. Ene ba omi agimi oye. Yan fa tumi ma omo." But the man ye hu say enye tintin de nyansa ba ana tietere ye hu say munnim nyansa. They don't have the brains to govern. Now here there. Yanko enim ye dwedwam. Pizza for obia okay. Yes, Mr. Ekunfi and the Canada Japan ya de bi. Wo mu sem people for ne gibi. What else can I do? And the day in the EOCO court. Accra High Court grants 10 million Ghana cedis bill with 2 sureties to Professor Emil Ekunfi in ongoing 2 million SkyTrain trial. Must surrender passport and report weekly to police. You see, and the Accra High Court, at the year Sika Pudio 10 million out of Professor Ekunfi so. Nina Alpha deche SkyTrainer MPP for yaka so moko faba ebesi ne. Sanka MPP wini yanka sem we kabate ho asem. Abi. If MPP had won, would you have heard about this? No. Anka Professor Emil Ekunfi beka kire mo ma say omo papa mbobra omo yankwasiafo. But because NPP winning Professor Emil Ekunfi and Odi Court Akuniaba and yede sika to nitiri so ya je the passport ato them yesi na wotwi bia ombra na ofa ne ho be kire police. Say Professor Ekunfi ochen atayi a na ochen se ono ate ne fie enum nsuo. Professor Emil Ekunfi say ochen atayi a the odi chen na say atayi wo eye prison atayi oni passport ya je atayi wo prison menoka say atayi eye de sika da no so. Professor Frimpong Boateng chen atayi na ochen se otifie na atayi wo prison. There's no difference between this man and atayi. Now there one was say we mu nyina say papa we last week so owu yenja no na onfa sika bia asem no makache Ghana for say political issues are very tricky. Now the mama ni gene say eye oman Ghana we all have come to that pointer yabegia to me say e was nipa bi atwe omaso e was say oman no ye sacred ni or say oman no ye dane ni. Now at the end of the day, Ghana for ehu de yehu bi da. And nontina Ghana for majority no, we have hope in the new John Mahama. We want John Mahama to show us something that we have not seen before in our politics. Because you see, the John Mahama first and the John Mahama second is different. People now have hope in the new John Mahama because it is looking like in some of Kanyabia and what he is doing to reset this nation, it is becoming a reality. Sometimes it looks slow, but it is important because you don't also want to say, because you want to reset the nation, you want to step on the fundamental right of people in the nation. No. And what we need John Mahama to do is what John Mahama is doing. We want John Mahama to take our politics to the point whereby the year who be Ghana politics may also be see. Now you na a standard in our politics. And when you see all these things, they will tell you, say, the government is witch hunting. The government is abusing the power. The government is using or working within the constitution. That is why nobody has been able to come out to state one law, one clause in the constitution that the president and this government have abused. Because say nobody's right has been abused. Say Attorney General FIL case the law permits the Attorney General to do that. Nobody in Ghana today can say Papa way obi tietia the fan who so. That is why the Attorney General and this government has given him the right to get a lawyer. Say ya mananje amfa lawyer na say ya kan kasa bo ahye ne yem. Ya man the opportunity to also hire a lawyer to also come and defend him. Now papa we media miyema ankose jeli no wu jail or kromfo on kan kure. Now and the Canada Japan eya DB 10 million Ghana cedis near the two ekumfitiri so no. Canada Japan and oko try say Nitino as abion and everything. Oguta paper. Yes, see there. Canada Japan steps in as surety for Professor Amir Akumfi in the SkyTrain case. Yes, see Akumfi Tama court say Obi Embra no medinjinemu 10 million. Onfe Japadie Mesia wawa. Na Professor Amir Akumfi kromfo no en19 kofi nkoda. Na on time bra court no. Canada Japan say ono na ye Batman. Canada Japan or play game be with MPP for Makacha mo say uyi Ghana for 10 MPP for omwombiano say omye 8 emu 7 Jimmy uyi Ghana for 10 say MPP for 8 the woman emu 7 omo Jimmy. He's playing them when we so much Jimmy right now no he wants to play the hero. Now me pesa buja Canada Japan one kasa u case bar obenya sureties because you are spending all your sureties now. Don't spend your money. Don't spend your investment because the sureties now was spending in there. One kasa wo dia ba wo sureties ni nyina wo nyomo we japade do kwesi awo nyina we are sure say you will get that money to do that. Now, Canada Japan play game B and that was the same game Ekufuado play here in 2012, 13, 14, 15. In fact, all the way back in 2008. What they do is that they have read the MPP base. Inti, you see, hey Kennedy, and Professor Kumfi, party penny pao. Shasa no wake dwemu. Kennedy na ade ni nkrata ni sika enyina akosi awawa. Inti Kennedy de onipa se MPP o man se mpreko, o man se nkokọ. Anything na poka chom se omo de gele enomo pe, any t-shirt. He is playing their minds because omo so mo Jimmy. So he wants to play that messiah role. Time a party ni co-opposition no. Mena meje papers ebeye surety. Mena me bedi njinemu ma ekumfi into Wontumi me. When we say party mu dodo na adwene wo form. When we say omo Jimmy, he's playing a game with them on him say MPP supporter there. Unhia padlock, there unhia ni gele. And suddenly Canada Japan is the hero in the MPP. Oh. Na busa won say adentina Canada Japan anko endi chairman Wontumi echi. Anko chia chairman Wontumi eka ye de to no so no wan fa de japade ankosi awawa every say chairman Wontumi e oba omia camp every say chairman Wontumi kro no obo no eno abi na Kennedy abo enti Canada Japan ehun say then he would rather go the other way and buy the sympathy from the weak-minded MPP supporters because you see MPP for oma say enkokọ the more eburu awoto no and the more we hear sound no kokwa no mo so. Enti sade we oye o play omo and them it say am robber bi o say obi akowia de and o de ka cross no omo create scenes we nyina amamo because he needs something to fill the media. He needs something to make the MPP based thing say oh your hero suddenly Canada Japan adani hero MPP mu adan ye ko chi obi nti o so ordinary japade akosi awawa Canada Japan be so your hero. Catch your money in some form American passport in my US government. No more Ghana. No more Ghana passport. No more Ghana. Ni enchichiri Ghana. John Mahama. Ne baby ni wakotina bruchiri. We making sure that the money there 90% omu nyina te Ghana. Eno ni omu te Ghana ebub Ghana. Sa o person chese odo Ghana. Uye hero a. Omba 21 no. Catch omu nyina say omu passport. Omu form American government. No omu nyina metina Ghana. No omu ne wo start enchichiri Ghana. No ni omu se mo do Ghana. Kwasi afu omu yinzi ejimi. These are the cheap politicians are MPP grumi. Now then at this point Canada Japan to be a presidential candidate. Bawumia to be a presidential candidate. MPP ne go to the point they say Kennedy ni Bawumia and air contested to run the NPP. Kennedy. Mekoti as Kennedy ma economic speech. Mekoti so Bawumia so ma economic speech. Na Kennedy ni Bawumia omumi en one anim ade. Because Ubusa Kennedy say I don't know sika also so no economics on buga no de sika ubusa ba omia so also right now he's somebody because of economics it omumi enu wan anim nyansa Kennedy ba omia who is smart Because Kennedy Baga so already one co school is street smart. But Omias Baga so on the school and never do her and anything I'm gonna be vice president. It's Omumi and one and answer. Who is Omumi and who come see anymore? Who is smart? None of them. They are playing on the MPP. Majority of the people on the MPP, you know, are daft. Omon Kinkain, Omon co school. Dodono a street they would love to walk on the street than to get a little bit of knowledge. Yakase one co school and yes kun kwana manyansa e wo se wu nyansa. Majority of MPP for no nim nyansa. Na meka se nyansa ne se wakotwa woto ana wakogya wo nan na sebio wo de krata pepa woto a wanfa nche wonum a oyɛ de woto twene ye ene ne nyansa no, and that kind of common sense mu ni bi. School there say a book ya kenkan a additional knowledge ne de kan adwene ho. Until you being in the classroom does not make you intelligent. Because enke nyansa and a school na ba nipa hu nyansa anka ba omi abedi Ghana so $1 na ngendru 18. Until also automatically who say sa nyansa ne bi ni wo. Now MPP majority of them no that thing called sense to sit back, put their political affiliation aside, put their tribe aside, put their hatred for people aside, and to ask serious questions. No, that fundamental thing no omnibi. And it's not idea Dima MPP ni pa so baka se tena se. Bi de aduane isi wo nchan bi de nsuo kan ho. Opachi MPP 45 tena dem. Mo aduane so air conditions so. Lock na ka che se o kwaba o mom 1 hour o mo ndwene. Oba o mo nka de o madwene nkire o mo tumi kan kire. Me say MPP 45. For good them. So air condition. So TV so. Na fe aduane si o mo nche na ka jem say me mam 1 hour. The work I want you people to do is to think. Just think. Me ba explain to me what you have been thinking about. They cannot tell you. Because you see, our journey is so weak and drew that level to break that level to make journey. They can't think. Why should a party at this point be looking up to Kennedy Japan Baumia? Why? Why should the MPP also be a party of intellectuals? Today, Baumia cannot defend his own thesis. Baumia led FX committee, led economic management team. Baumia was vice president for 8 years, opposition leader for 8 years. Baumia has been in politics for 16 years in leadership. Mahamudu Baumia has led the MPP for 16 years. Kennedy Japan or the MPP for billions. Why should today? Now the question here is, see the 2 million man kofo ya hwana mu no mbe ejuma. Omu kokra nipa efri Somalia and I say we mwa dada ya yankofo ya chema Wontumi Samia Wukumo sa ankofo and I say omu nipa foforo bi free baby na eba. Say I want you to take a little bit of a break. Mami enlarge ade we. And MP before me from Quentina edis ade we aba. On say me enlarge ye flyer that. What if the NPP had won? Have you asked yourself that question? Have you sat down as a Ghanaian? What question say, what if NPP had won 2024 elections? That is a reality check. So you Ghana ni wa bruchi wo Ghana. Now we show me Nigeria. You need to sometimes sit back and ask yourself this question. Who a businessman? Who a student? Who a senior high school student? Who a tertiary school for government institution and they won't have fees first year? Who a police ni? Who a soldier ni? Who a obia sebi who a contractor? Okofa nyoma obia o idea entrepreneur obia wa uton nyoma busa ho say enti nanka MPP we ni ya de nanka besi. Have you asked yourself that question? And a very important question, because the moment we fail to answer this question ourselves, then it means we as a people, we still don't see the damage MPP did to us. What if the NPP had won? Now, Menoka say, should I try when you show with chi? Neka say, hey, itinka MPP we ni ya. Itinka MPP we ni ya. As we speak, nyoma ekwaso, anka yebe huana. Would we have seen say, aya Ghana ni TCC ano, aya baby ti se cocoa board, eka we ne daho. Cocaine sa ye season report. Anka MPP we ni ya. Anka sa cocaine si ye chin reporti. Anka ye bechi ba kumpo. Busa ho questions. MPP we ni ya. Itinka chairman Wontumi and then chairman Wontumi. Anka krono ne dwuma we di Ghana anka the chairman Wontumi anka be friend o police station da senka MPP wini ya eye Edubuahin National Security Operative ya Kromfo ya and the original, would we have seen anything like that? Inti Edubuahin de na all ye no senka MPP wini ya anka de all ye no kobe no 10 times. Do you know that? National Service Scandal ya abaya gifty oware yeso yareda demi senka abayan sisananka MPP wini ya. Do you think say we would have seen anything? I am showing you the danger we have been able to bring ourselves out of. Don't underestimate the MPP. Into one obusa who say intinka MPP wini ya. In sama ye kan sisi anadwi san sama ye ken de ye hu ende dollar yi bebia bedru anka ebeba bedru sana. Busa who say question no. Inti sanka MPP wini ya. Inti omo ye bo mu to 2020 elections. Any ayawaso West Wagon. Any election 2024 ya. Ogi senka ye be bie san sem no so. Busa who say question no. Sit back. MPP wini ya inti gabi ochida ko. Ogi said na anko ye no anko be jai. Senka MPP wini ya Gofredame otumi ko jina court. Now a fan for meeting we say opese or making sure so be jail at forcing because any privilege. Oji senka MPP wini ya anka Gofredame kwa siadia na oye no. Oji senka obejai. Senka MPP wini ya mibusa wo Oforiata Ken Oforiata. The damage he was doing. Diena odi yamono. Diena odi data bank eye wo Ghana no. Diena omudi Bank of Ghana eye no. Do you think say senka MPP wini ya if NPP had won? So those questions. Me say sa ECG container si senka NPP wini 2024. The question is anka beden put you a container bakumpaira. And these are questions we need to sit back and every day ask ourselves. We should not forget these questions. We should not. Do not underestimate what is happening. What is happening is a great leap. It's a great change. We all should be proud and support it. We should not underestimate what is happening. We came together as a people and we made decision in the history of our republic. In less than 5 months, right now we are crying and said dollar no angel baby it is going down too much. Sometimes you sit back, no one say, okay, MPP Sesiano, what is their plan? Nyoma omudi ye near ti kroma. Nyoma omudi ye Ghana for Brian Champon din kofo nim ayawaso West Wagon. E bu kofo te se moa. A whole commission released white paper said Nanado Dan Kwekufuado. Brian Champon needs to be reprimanded. Chenaso. Now we didn't pat them. Too many of them are Brian Champon ye deal. Nanado Dan Kwekufuado je people not to chene. Inti bibusa wo senka MPP wini ya. Akaji say Brian Champon adia oye no obejai. Lord come gina TV so catch them so no to me or the deep bonnet. Lord come me betna ha a whole scandal. Illegal pirated diesel. Lord come mo. Omudi begina tema port. Audio botcher mojin say anka power ansasa. Sa nyoma na omuye o Jubilee House wono. Jan kromako fa Mikimel aba. Santinka power ansasa mojin say. Mojin senka sa freedom na mo enjoy na nka mo be enjoy ana. In 2024, if NPP had won, Anka National Cathedral, they would still be stealing from you. Anka so-called board. Anka Kusibuati is still powerful. I know sometimes more questions. These people, these characters, in 2024, no, in Baumia Winia, Anka Samira na first lady. Samira Baumia Fulanino, 2024. Senka ye mistake ready to me ma Baumia anka Samira Baumia na ye first lady. Unim de hia Samira Baumia entoma na bra bomu nyina entoma say obepam ntoma $30,000 e fra ne priority in life no because ohun ho say or no or your model or who no say or your makeup artist or who no say Ghana for man mugu kejetiano omu ye tuntum omu ye nkurasefo or no de belonging to a class. Senka 2024 Ghana for Senka NPP we ni ya anka Napo na ya vice president. Napo or your energy minister she ende Dreamer ye hu ewo energy ministry. She e car Napo e bottle ho. Senka MPP e win election na anka eye CJ Tokodu koda ho te office. Do you think Senka you would have gotten justice in anything in Ghana? Let's be real here. Anka Osroma me Tokodu da ho te Supreme Court. Anka Cheba for beko Supreme Court. Anka the Judicial Secretary beko Supreme Court. Anka all the people they have lined up anka May January anka obe move mu nyina dia call Supreme Court. I am asking, do you know how dangerous that could have been? We are talking about Oforiata. Hey, I have a video. Almost Oforiata again. Mami Chwa Debi. That Z Kwansma text me. Hey, Kwansma one text me and they were texting me back. Now Mami Chwa Debi. Almost Oforiata again. Almost Oforiata Yare he told me about Ghana. I have a video of Oforiata in a restaurant in America. Ken Oforiata. I'm sure I may do some time and you may be ambassador bachelor because I am working on a bigger project. In Tiana you may be ambassador. I'm for Winchrow. Ken Oforiata. Almost Ken Oforiata de Wayare or Yare. I'm sure Ken Oforiata. Me betro restaurant and I can Oforiata etimu ha ADD. Me betro video of Ken Oforiata. Almost Ken Oforiata is sick. He cannot come to Ghana. Now OSP de minyan hot time. I'm sure Ken Oforiata. Look at this. Nyamani boy am fine because the kind of work we are doing, no. Here says sometimes no, you be keeping. I'm sure MPP we need Ken Oforiata on Yario. He is hiding. Ken Oforiata ni. I'm sure. Me betro restaurant me. You call Ken Oforiata be try the video. Ken Oforiata only, Mama Chow. Ken Oforiata in America ha. What's why Yari? This is the restaurant. I'm showing you the restaurant. This is the restaurant. Phoenix Palace. And I'm going to Ken Oforiata. Oh, he was having dinner. And Andre Chilowepi London. He was here. Just here he's in London. I will show you in London where he lives and what he's doing in London. And I'm going to Ken Oforiata. Now I'll have a dinner. Oh, we are monitoring them every day. They need to come home and answer questions. Ken Oforiata is not sick. He's been walking around here in the US. When I saw Yare, anytime I get OSP, say, I keep asking Ghana for me. See, Sanko Fowe, let me put this up. If the NPP had won, huh? Because nobody at a point in time, not Ghana will be able to mean Kasa from the judiciary to the Flagstaff House to even government institutions. Introduce sometime, I'm going to check a crack. Near Busan question say, hey, mistake I and you say BM. Now Busan will say MPP, what's their plan? I'm a plan to say John Mahama echo opposition in 2017. What did John Mahama do? John Mahama and the NDC, they sat back and allowed their work to work for them. Their work to speak for them. Intuition NDC call opposition now. Yani Ghana for any NDC MPP tonight first years 2017, 2018, 2019. We were still not seeing anything from the NPP. Ekufuor had told us to say, "Washo Nyankopon bo into Bisi Cathedral." Time Ekufuor taking over from John Mahama on Baumia. Now there were so many senior high school blocks na ye. They ignored it and told us to say, so we were like, okay, these people are intelligent. Let's see what they can do. One district, one factory. We did not see them build one factory from scratch. Later along the way, I'm going to say, oh, their idea was to support existing factories. Ever seen there? You know existing factories, you know. One district, one constituency, one dam. They went to Ghana 3 years. We had not said anything. The guys had not shown us one dam. Say, we have built one dam. We didn't see even one. Every constituency was going to get $1 million from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. We were still watching them. They could not point to election 2020 campaign. They could not point to one company, one factory they had built. They could not point to one regional hospital they have built. They could not point to one road that they have constructed. They could not point to one dam that they have constructed. They were able to point to a cathedral that they never promised us. And that cathedral, was it a cathedral we could see? It was a hole. We were still like these people. They came back and told us their excuse was that COVID-19, Russia-Ukraine war. So we were like, okay, we all know the suppression we're going through. You could not show us anything. So when are they actually for the past 4 years, 2017, 2020? So Ghanaians were a little bit, confused. 2020 elections, they killed about 8 people to take the elections from the people. Yanka Bibia. We thought to say, at least they will learn sense and be like, the things we could not do in the first 4 years, fast. For another 4 years, these people could not point to one E-block they have built. They could not point to one dam they had constructed. They could not point to one district that they had built from scratch. One constituency, 1 million, nobody got that money. They could not point to one single road that they came to construct. These people could not point to one regional hospital. One regional hospital. So after 2017-18, Ghanaians started watching the NDC and say, okay, let's go back to JM. Let's go back to the NDC. Now let's look at their track record. Did they actually do something? So it was what they had done. The NDC, that is what did the magic. Ghanaians started becoming wise. Now they started using technology. They started asking questions. Enti ube na young man be at your phone. Now akwajina baby, monhwe school that way, NDC ne see. Monhwe den ekwan way, NDC ne. So then the NPP as a political party and their mentality had not changed, but they forgot that the people were changing. Thank you. They forgot to say their you see, the NPP, they themselves, they've not changed. Now, because they have not changed, they don't expect Ghanaians to change in the way we think and the way we do things. So they have always underestimated the thinking of a Ghanaian, the level of intelligence that Ghana needs him. Into what they do, and they say, they always see themselves, because they have not changed, they are still using a 4-4-2 formation. Yeah, MPP for a tribe. Yeah, Time JJ Rollins, Time Kwame Nkrumah. So Ghanaians will still not change. But what they failed to understand, and they say, technology had come in. Ghanaians wanted answers. Ghanaians were asking questions. So Ghanaians fell back and be like, let's watch John Mahama. Then see if we can consider him. But how are we going to consider John Mahama? Then that is when your past records come in. So now they started seeing the job at John Mahama and NDC. They started seeing the construction they did, the way they were sustaining the dollar. Time I don't move free power, now dollar was 3.8. How are almost free power now? Wontumi SC factories. Commander Sugar Factory more now is going to be revived again. How John Mahama and the NDC, they had built UGMC, they had built Bank of Ghana Hospital, they had built so many regional hospitals. So now Ghanaians started to see the universities they are seeing the E-blocks they built. So Ghanaians started asking themselves, no, there's a difference between these two political parties. And then John Mahama be attractive. And obviously, people like us and good people like myself who saw the light and started speaking truth and using facts, Ghanaians became more enlightened and they started considering and be like, no, we made a mistake in 2016. Now, the question I want to ask the MPP is simple. What are they telling us? Are they going to show us what they did? And what at all did they do when they were in power? When they were in power for 8 years, we asked them, so I'm pointed to one thing on my year, they have ever seen there. They have not been able to do it. Now, the NPP strategy is saying, their strategy now is that the NDC should make mistakes so that they can capitalize on that mistake and tell Ghanaians, say, we should not vote for NDC because they have made mistakes. The NDC obviously will make mistakes, but the NDC will serve the people. We have never had a perfect government on this planet. What we have never had on this planet is a perfect government. But there's one thing that we know. We want governments to serve. Enti sa utie MPP for na so mushia na so omo kasa. You listen to them carefully. They are just thinking say within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, nipa 1.8 million na omututia MPP because of their abysmal performance. No, those 1.8 million people will all change their mind because NDC mistakes. Now NDC mistake na o complete schools. No, NDC mistakes na se OC factories. No, NDC mistakes na dollar number do 4. NDC mistakes na ejuma ohwa. Who cares about the mistakes the NDC makes? What the people will care about is NDC. Ejuma ben omuyeye. It is when the MPP meet and they are talking, you listen to them carefully. They don't have any message. They don't have any plan. They don't even want to tell you they have committed, you people, they have committed crimes. They don't want to accept to say, Omaye Mobone. But what they are doing now is, our campaigning and say, NDC any mistake. So when you listen to Afenyo Makin,